Tonight on 2020.
Here's a no-brainer for most women. Spend $50 and walk your way to leaner legs and a firmer derriere. That's the promise of a trendy new take on summer flip-flops called Fit Flops. But are they too good to be true? Bill Ritter has the inside story.
They're billing it as the fastest-selling fitness shoe in history. So hot, they can't even keep them on the shelves. In fact, in the past year, they've sold 1.5 million pairs at $50 a shot.
What if you could wear a pair of shoes that toned up your calves?
The hype hasn't exactly hurt.
They're called Fit Flops.
It was one of Oprah's top summer picks.
An audience you'll get to try them out.
And the marketing pitch aimed right at women.
Rubber sandals that claims, here we go, to tone up your thighs, burn calories, get rid of cellulite.
Get rid of cellulite? Burn calories? Catwalk legs from a shoe? Well, that's what the Fit Flop claims. The founder is Marcia Kilgore. She started her career giving facials and then founded Bliss Spa.
I'm from a beauty background, so I know that what women want is something that they can easily use that fits into their schedule.
She says she came up with the idea after talking to some girlfriends.
And then I thought, well, what about a flip-flop with a gym built in? You know, a flip-flop that tones your legs when you walk around in it.
And then she consulted 2 scientists from London's South Bank University. The result is the Fit Flop. Tell me how and why this shoe works.
Okay. When you step into the center section, which is quite soft, the eversion rate of your foot, which is how fast your foot rolls over, it slows down on this midsole because there's a little bit of a wobbling going on.
And you're saying that's what is going to tone your legs and your calves and your bum. Right.
The bum muscles are actually activated more. The hamstring muscles are activated longer. The thigh muscles are activated more.
Now, wait a minute. Can a pair of shoes actually undo what nature or nurture has done? Well, we put them to the test to find out. 2 New Yorkers who do a lot of walking. Subject number 1. Her name is Story. She's a mother of 7-year-old twins and a personal trainer, so she's in tune with her body.
I'm going to be able to really notice, is this different? Do I feel a difference? Am I in this muscle group more? So I think that makes me the right person to evaluate this.
Minnie is a waitress at O'Neill's restaurant. She's also a performer, so she's on her feet at least 8 hours a day.
There's so many cute ones here, so.
At the Tip Top shoe store in Manhattan, Minnie chose a pair she could work and play in.
I'm walking out the New York streets, day 1. I'm ready for my shoe test.
We asked these 2 women to try to wear nothing but Fit Flops for 1 week. We told them we'd check back in. Now, as it happens, I love flip-flops. In fact, in spring and summer, I even wear them to work. So I got a pair of men's Fit Flops.
Now I'm going to increase the pace, okay? Let's go to 3-5.
I had a running coach, Mindy Solkin, do a biomechanical analysis. She examined me, walking first in running shoes, then my regular flip-flops, and finally in the Fit Flops. Would my muscles actually work harder in Fit Flops?
Yes.
And what difference is it in my calf?
I don't see too much of a difference with all 3 shoes.
Mindy did not see my muscles working harder in the Fit Flops. But the company told us you can only truly measure this with electrodes. Still, Mindy did notice something else.
Wow.
I'm straighter, right?
No, you're pronating more.
Oh, interesting.
The inside of your foot is moving more towards the inside, the medial side of your body.
Mindy says she didn't like the way my foot turned in with the Fit Flops. In fact, she was not impressed with this shoe. Nor was sports medicine doctor Lisa Callahan. She works at New York's Hospital for Special Surgery. If I pronate more in these than I do in my regular flip-flop, what's the problem with that?
If you pronate a lot more, if you're wearing a shoe that's not as supportive, sometimes you end up with knee pain, sometimes you end up with some foot pain, sometimes you end up with shin splint type of pain.
Dr. Callahan says my feet pronated in the Fit Flop because of the shoe's soft midsole. She had the director of the hospital's orthotics department cut the Fit Flop in 2 so we could examine it.
You know, if you feel it here, it's pretty hard.
Yeah, it's soft here.
It's much softer here.
But remember, this very softness, and you can see how soft the middle is with this air gun. This is exactly what the company says is supposed to help tone your legs.
All of the muscles in your leg work a little bit harder just to stabilize you as you go through this step.
The first time you walk around in these, you might say, oh, wow, I really feel like my gluteal muscles and my hamstring muscles are really working.
But is it a workout?
Saying it's a workout is really a push.
Why?
Well, in a couple of weeks, you're going to adapt to it.
But what about the testimonials from people who say, hey, I did lose inches?
Well, maybe they were really focused on losing the weight, and so they're being more active, they're watching their diet a little bit better. There's just nothing magical about a shoe like this.
One of our sports doctors said there's nothing really about the shoe per se that gives you a better workout.
We've actually done a study on 6 people at one university, 8 people on the other.
You sold 1.5 million of these things.
Yes.
So to have a study with just 8 people in one and 6 in another is not exactly
I think now we've got a study
empirical,
of 1.5 million people.
Our test isn't exactly lab science either, but did our 2 female testers feel more tone after just 1 week in the FitFlops? Story saw no difference, but she said she was in pain.
I have a very high arch. If you look down at my shoe, I had to cut them because if I can't close it. That being said, I have a large blister.
As for Minnie?
I love them, actually. I think they're really, really great. They're really, really comfortable.
Comfortable? Yes, but she says she did not feel more fit.
They are the best pair of shoes I've ever worn. Everyone's telling their friends about them, and if you have a great product, people buy them.
I find them remarkably comfortable to stand in. I do. I didn't find that comfortable to walk on, and mostly it was because of
the toe post.
This thing right here.
Yeah. You know what? As with any shoe, they don't fit every single person's foot.
So in the end, what to make of these FitFlops? I suppose they might motivate some people to walk more, which is great, of course. But if you're going to rely on a flop to get rid of your flab, well, the experts say don't. It may not be sexy, but if you want to lose weight, it's all about diet and exercise.